Hello everyone. Good evening. How are you? Not East. So let us resume with the modern history questions. Today we will complete the entire modern history first and then go to the current affairs, so that at least we will not drag it to the next class. Okay. So where did we stop modern history last class? We were discussing Government of India Acts. Start madilva? Okay, no problem. We done we done this? Rayatwari, Mahalwari. This was done. This also was done. This also was done. This also was done. I think we have to continue from here. Idagilala. So we had completed this part 1 about permanent settlement, Rayatwari, battles, etc. So let us resume with the next part, that is the British administrative policies. So again, let us be quick. Very simple, straightforward questions are here. Who among the following a Governor General created the Covenanted Civil Service of India, which later went on to become the Indian Civil Service? What is the answer? Cornwallis, Civil Service. See, Cornwallis is the correct answer. Straightforward ide. Yes, take your time. Again, questions will be directly repeated, so be careful. Who among the following was dismissed by the British from Indian Civil Service? What is the answer? Surendranath Banerjee, correct? Who was the first Indian to clear civil service? Satyendranath Tagore. But I think he was removed also later. Why was he removed? He was removed because apparently there was some age fraud, and based on that British had actually removed him. Okay. But who was dismissed? It was Surendranath Banerjee. Again, are you observing all questions are on personalities or events? Everywhere asking who. So while you're reading also, make sure that you read similarly. So let us come to the next question. Who played a very important role with the suppression of thugs? Gothilva? It is a very important event. How can you not know it? It is a very, very, very important event actually. None of you know it? Doctor? Captain Sleeman. Captain Sleeman. It happened in 1830. Okay, when William Bentinck was there. Thagi revolt antano ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Okay. It was Captain Sleeman. Very, very important topic, sir. It is not just ordinary question. (1830). So again, some random strange question asked by UPSC. The Modi script was employed in the documents of which of the following empires? Marathas. Answer is Marathas. Recently they deciphered this. So again, chances of this question coming again in the UPSC exam. ಓಕೆ, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಾ? ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಏನು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ Marathas. Now let us start with British Acts. You will be shocked by the number of questions you will see only on British Acts. Every alternate year a reserved question on British Government of India Acts. So at any cost you should have short notes for all of these topics. Okay? Let us start with it. Take your time, I'll ask, then you can raise your hands. Sound is not audible. Online students, please confirm again. By which of the following acts was the Governor General of Bengal designated as Governor General of India? Very easy. Who was the first Governor General of India? William Bentinck. So answer will be which act? Charter Act of 1833. Very simple, very straightforward question. What is the other name of this act? Charter Act of 1833 is also known as St. Helena Act. Why is it called so? Island. Good. Which of the following is correct about Charter Act of 1813? Good, Savita, right answer. Easy, na? So it ended the monopoly, trade monopoly of the East Indian Company except for trade in tea and China. Correct or factually correct? So one should definitely be there. It asserted sovereignty of the British Crown over the Indian territories held by the company. Correct. Third option is wrong. The revenues of India were now controlled by British Parliament. ಯಾವಾಗದು? 18 ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮೊದಲಿಂದ ಪಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಂದಾನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಾನ್ ಇನ್ 1858. ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಟೋಲ್ಡ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಡೌನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಈವನ್ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಓವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. 1813 ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಇತ್ತು. Please read which of the following is not correct. Be very, very careful while you are reading these questions. Which of the following is not correct? And whenever you are reading, at least you put a tick mark or an into right here only. Correct, incorrect, and you write it there. So while marking the options, you will not get confused. Everything is looking correct actually, but one word is making the difference. What is the answer? All anta don't fall for that all. Allen stress maad all ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. All law making powers ಅಂತಾನೆ ಇದೆ. Answer is option D. An Indian was to be appointed as a law member illa. Law member introduce ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. Indian ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, so here a law member in the Governors General's Council was to be appointed. That's all. Indian anta they did not mention it. So this was the issue. Match the following. Anyways, by doing this also you will revise all the acts. Confuse adaga 100% which one you are sure, you try to identify that. Here which one are you 100% sure? Act of 1858, where the power was transferred from East India to British Crown, correct? Guarantee na? So C should be 3. Where identify C should be 3? Either it should be A or it should be D, correct? Always when such questions are there, first try to identify which is my 100% sure option. Then come to, so automatically one more should be correct. B4, Regulating Act 4 anta avanu helta idane. Okay, it should be correct. You know or no, you don't know, does not matter. Now, Charter Act of 1813. Very easy. It ended the company's trade monopoly in India. Artha agta idya? Yes. Are you able to recollect? Sorry. Sorry. This looks like some other subject question. What is the question actually asking? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ವೈಸ್ರಾಯ್? ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೇಬಲ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಲೌಸಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಡಾಲೌಸಿ ಇಸ್ ಯಾ ಕಾರ್ನ್ವಾಲಿಸ್, ಮಿಂಟೋ, ಮೌಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟನ್. What is the answer? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ವೈಸ್ರಾಯ್ನೂ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ. Governor General and Viceroy of India 1858. What should be the answer? Canning, correct. Canning idare option ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Canning ಇಲ್ವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Even after Canning. So what is the answer for third one? Dalhousie na? Okay. 3B answer ilve illa. 3B answer ilve illa. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇದು ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಈ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡೋದೇ ವಾಸಿ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ಮೇಡ್ ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿ 30 seconds ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐ ಡೂ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ಈಗೋ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಈಗೋ ಸೇಸ್ ಐ ನೋ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್. ಸಿ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಈವನ್ ಇನ್ CSAT ವಿ ಡೂ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್. ಈಗೋಗ್ ತೊಗೊಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಎಟ್ ಎನಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ಯುವರ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೇಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೀಶಿಯಸ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ವೆನೆವರ್ no logic is working, please leave the question and go ahead. Don't try to find logic in every question. Answer was here option A, so let us not run behind that. Another very nice question, actually it tries to have your application of mind. The most short-lived of all Britain's constitutional experiment was? Andre between two acts, which was the most shortest time? After 1861 it was 92, correct? After 1892 it was 1909. After 1909 it was 1919. After 1919 it was 1935. So which one was the shortest? C, 1909. Again I am telling you, it is all English questions. If you know how to decode the question, you will get the answer. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Very easy, very straightforward question. Simple. Portfolio ಯಾರು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಯಾವಾಗ? That was the demand of the question. What is the answer? 1861. 1861 portfolio was introduced. Simple. Aman, for 40 question answer was C. Okay. Sometimes easy question also looks difficult, no? Is it really so easy, or am I forgetting? Am I getting confused? What is the answer? The Charter Act of 1853 abolished East India Company's monopoly of Indian trade. 100% wrong. Yavadu? 13 and 33. 13 except trade with China and tea. 33 0. So one is definitely wrong. What about option 2? Under the Government of India Act 1858, the British Parliament abolished the East India Company. True or false? Correct. And undertook the responsibility of ruling India directly, British Crown. So answer is option B. Why are you so dull? I know exam pressure, only 60 days. It is completely fine. UPSC 40 basics question will definitely come, sir. If you do 40 correctly and come outside, you will clear the exam. But 50, 58 na 33, 33 na 58 confused madre, you will have to depend on art and culture questions to clear the exam. Again I am telling you, stick to the basics, don't run behind new things. And I am giving you ample evidence where the questions are coming from. Okay, make a proper plan for 60 days, keep doing the same thing again and again. If paper is difficult for you, paper will be difficult for everybody else. If 1833 you make a mistake and come, nobody can save you. Okay, let us continue. Question number 43. The Government of India Act 1919 clearly defined. Read all 4 options. B, na? Yes, the jurisdiction of central and provincial governments. 1919 introduced diarchy at the provinces. 1935 diarchy at the center. Ishtu gottidru saku. Ide topic alle question bart. Confuse agabadi. First diarchy at provinces. Amele diarchy at center. Montagu-Chelmsford reforms were related to social reforms, educational reforms, reforms in police administration, or constitutional reforms? Constitutional reforms. In context of history of India, diarchy refers to. Take your time, try to eliminate options, and diarchy anida takshana mindally recollect what is diarchy rather than reading options, because if you read the options you are confused. Try to recollect in your brain first diarchy and then you search for the option. It becomes very easy. Option D. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Division of the subjects delegated to the provinces into two categories, reserved and transferred. Under the Government of India Act 1935, residuary powers were given to Federal Legislature, Governor General, Provincial or Provincial Governors? Governor General. Okay. Question number 47. The Montagu-Chelmsford reforms of 1919 recommended granting voting rights to all the women above age of 21. Yell avaga. Chance illa. So first option is wrong. What is the second option? Government of India 1935 gave women reserved seat in legislature. This is correct. Again, please have an idea. Whenever separate electorates were given to Muslims, Anglo-Indians, Christians, different community people were given separate electorates in different timelines in different acts. Please know the difference amongst them. I think in the notes that I have shared also it is there. If it is not there, please write it down. Ide question se barata. Good, Akshay. The function of provincial governments were divided into reserved and transferred subjects. Which one of the following were reserved subjects? Administrative of justice, local self-government, land revenue and police. Answer is 1, 3 and 4. Andre reserved andrenu, which powers were reserved to the yarge? British themselves. Okay. Obviously, will they give up administration of justice? Will they give up police? Will they give up revenue? Local self-government did not matter to them. So that is why that was the one under transferred subjects. The Government of India Act 1935 provided for establishment of All India Federation based on Union of British India provinces and princely states. True or false? True. Defence and foreign affairs were kept under the control of federal legislatures. True or false? False. Okay. So answer is option A. The distribution of powers between center and state in the constitution is based on the scheme provided by which of the following acts? Take your time. ಏನು ಆನ್ಸರು? ಸಿ, ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ 1935. ಗುಡ್. Good, Savita, right. The discussion in the third roundtable conference eventually led to the passing of Government of India Act 1935. True or false? Now you are scared also. Correct and sigakomuddi. What if I make a blunder in easiest question? What will sir think? Exam is close by. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ. First option is correct. Government of India Act 1935 provided for establishment of All India Federation based on Union of Province of British India and Princely States. Correct or wrong? Correct. Copy paste of previous statement. Nothing new here. Answer is C, both 1 and 2. Again, be mentally prepared that in the exam, sometimes you might have to mark both 1 and 2 or none of the above. In that time, don't doubt your knowledge, because suddenly if you see none of the above, you might not get courage to mark it, thinking I might only be wrong. So if you are identifying that none of the above is likely the answer, that is because your knowledge is telling you to do so. Amele, no, recent trend both 1 and 2 is not there, how can they give? No. If it is both 1 and 2, UPSC will give both 1 and 2. Don't go with any bias that options will be like that. Always trust your knowledge. Government of India 1935 provided for provincial autonomy. Yes. Establishment of federal court. ಇದೆ ಫೆಡರಲ್ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ. ಡಿ, ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಫೆಡರೇಷನ್ at the center, correct. Establishment of federal court also 99% it is there. Okay, answer is all the above. Again, one single notes will not give you everything. We have to identify, we have to just converse from different materials. Again, Government of India Act 1935. Are you seeing the number of questions? These are all UPSC questions. Rarely do some topics occur so many times in UPSC. Okay? Signal of Federal Court. Ide alva? Established in 1937. Some main features of again 1935 Act. Abolition of diarchy in the governor's provinces. Yes or no? Correct. Powers of the governor to veto legislative action and to legislate on their own. Yes or no? Abolition of principle of communal representation. They will not get such good ideas. So our answer should be B, 1 and 2 only. Artha agtideya? One statement will always be contradictory. One statement they will try to give wrong and you can easily identify them. Till nodi. British, do you think they are so nice that they will abolish communal representation? Definitely. And if that was the case, you would have read it 101 times. I thought when you have studied, you would have ensured that this would have come in your notes, or at least some faculty would have told. The real intention of British to include princely states in the federal union proposed by the Government of India 1935 was to. Very nice, little application of main question. Read all options. Again, let us try to eliminate options here. Option A, anybody think option A? Exercise more and direct political and administrative control over princely states? Definitely not. B, involve the princes actively in the administration of the colony. In munche passively idra. Again, you have to question yourself in the exam. Illa options eliminate agalla. Come to option C. Finally affect the complete political and administrative takeover of all the princely states by the British. British Empire was almost on the decline here. Their centralization time was over. Okay. To use the prince to counterbalance the anti-imperialistic doctrine of nationalist leader. They wanted to divide again. They wanted to bring in more differences among the normal leaders and the princely states. That was the purpose of bringing princely states under Government of India 1935. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Idu easy no ball fleet idange idu. What is the answer? Diarchy in the provinces. Provinces 1919, center 1935. Provincial autonomy 1935. Correct? Then we had almost 15 questions to 16 questions about Government of India Acts in UPSC. One the topic in the no other subject do you have so much of recurrent topics. Easiest 2 marks that you can ever get. So you always try to calculate how am I going to reach 80 to 90 marks in UPSC. Polity easily 10 to 12 questions you will get easily 24 marks. Again economy another 10 questions 20 marks. Keep trying to identify where are my easiest marks coming. So these are the areas where you will get your easiest marks. So let us go to education. Another very important repeatedly asked theme of UPSC is education. ಆಮೇಲೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಟ್ರೈಬಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪೆಸೆಂಟ್ ರಿವೋಲ್ಟ್ while reading we see too much is there, I am getting confused. Number of questions on tribal and peasant revolts are very less. So based on that you give enough attention to the questions. Who of the following was a secretary with Hindu female school which later became Bethune female school? Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Many questions have come on only this person, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Jyotiba Phule. Okay? Answer is Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Why did Wellesley establish Fort William College at Calcutta? You should not even read the option. Answer should come to your head. He was asked by the board of directors at London to do so. He wanted to revive interest in Oriental learning in India. He wanted to provide William Carey and his associates with employment. He wanted to train British civilians for administrative purpose in India. Answer is D. He wanted to train British civil servants. Which of the following led to introduction of English education in India? Charter Act of 1813, General Committee on Public Instruction 1823 and Orientalistic and Anglicist controversy. Which year was it? Orientalist and Anglicist controversy? Which timeline? Avaglena? Macaulay minute ಬಂದು ಅದನ್ನ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay, good. Answer is all of the above. Very important topic, Wood's dispatch. Read aram se. Woods was a decent person when it came to Indian education. Correct. Grant-in-aid system was introduced. Again, if you don't also find establishment of universities, definitely yes, because that is the time lot of universities were established. 1859, 61, a lot of universities are introduced. And English as a medium for instruction at all levels of education was recommended. He told grassroots level alli vernacular education. ಆಮೇಲೆ bring English education. So what should be your answer? 1 and 2 only. Are you observing Fort William College coming multiple times? So that becomes a very important topic. What is the answer? Sanskrit College at Benares. Who was the founder? Jonathan Duncan. Calcutta Madrasa, Warren Hastings. So 2 is correct. Fort William College, Bere Wellesley, not A. Wellesley, B. Wellesley. It is not Arthur Wellesley, rather it was Richard Wellesley. Again, very cunning game played by UPSC in this. But again, if you had revised your book multiple times, you could at least identify that it was the wrong answer. If you had revised your book multiple times, Arthur Wellesley was not the answer. But again, it was extremely cunning game played by UPSC. Okay. What is the answer? 2 only. Sanskrit College at Banaras was set up by Jonathan Duncan. Who was the first person to translate Bhagavad Gita? Max Muller Allah. Was it William Jones? English ke? Urdu ko utra. English, I think William Jones only. There is another question. Another question will come on that. In collaboration with David Hare and Alexander Duff, who of the following established Hindu College at Calcutta? Yaru? Rajaram Mohan Roy. Again, Rajaram Mohan Roy, Brahma Samaj, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Jyotiba Phule, your favorite areas of UPSC. I am telling you, avure bartare matte questions. They will not find some random social reformer and ask. They will find the same one. But for us, everybody seems to be confusing. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar ade madidare, Jyotiba Phule also has done the same. We confuse ourselves. So that is why identify all this and try to revise multiple times these topics. Iga Gadar movement agirbodu, Rowlatt Act, all of you know. No need to open and revise it now. This is the moment where you are going to identify these themes where you get confused multiple times. The aim of education as stated by Wood's dispatch of 1854 was, read all the options, try to eliminate also. Eliminate madak try madi. Creation of employment opportunity for native Indians. Second, spread of Western culture in India. Guarantee ilva? Aito. C, promotion of literacy among the people using idiom in English medium of language. Tappadu. Introduction of scientific research and rationalism in traditional Indian education. Hengaguttadu? Ella four none of the above. E ant innond mark neeve mark maadi bubble madi. Answer is option B, spread of Western culture in India. Which one is the closest to our answer or our question? Closest iradu spread of Western culture. Woods was a good person but not a completely good person. Why he was good? He promoted vernacular education, university, etc. But was it in the interest of completely Indians or the West? West, obviously. So answer is spread of Western culture in India. Again, I am telling you, exam ali common sense work agala. I am still telling you, if any ordinary person writes the exam also, he will get 60 to 70 marks based on just common sense. But problem is, because we have read for UPSC, we have solved lot of test series, our mind will always be running like that. UPSC has confused me, is trying to confuse me. Atara madala UPSC. Come outside the test series mode. Test series model, always they will keep very close options and try to confuse you. UPSC will never do that. Nice question. The first ever bill to make primary education compulsory in India was rejected in 1911. First time you are hearing about this. At that time, one person wanted to make primary education compulsory for all. Who was he? One person first only proposed that we should have right to education. Gokhale. Gokhale, he was the first person who wanted this. And they only told, it was rejected. Discontent would have increased if every cultivator could read. First, I will ask, first, why did freedom struggle start only among the moderates? They were educated. So education equal to some rationality and questioning the British. So that was why British did not want everybody to be educated in our country. More education, more we are going to question, so that will hurt the British interest in India. Now tell me what should be the answer? A. Artha agta idya? See, again I am telling you, in UPSC prelims, some questions you have to take the leap of faith. You have to trust yourself to mark. Especially those giving your first attempt, you will not get courage to mark more than 50 to 60 questions. Why? Because everything looks new to you. But sometimes many questions are sensible and rational. Don't mark questions like which of the following is associated with Buddhism. You don't know anything. Or who was the founder of this kingdom. You don't know anything. Don't mark that. But these are questions which you know and you can mark easily. Okay? Are you observing education? How many questions have come? Almost 10 to 12 questions have come. That itself is an indication that it is very important. Wood's Education Dispatch, ಯಾವ year? 1854. Macaulay Minute, 35. Sergeant Education and Indian Hunter Commission. ಆಯ್ತು, ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಾಗ with these two content only try to eliminate option. So first one should come, then two should come, ulta. Two should come and then one should follow it. By this can we eliminate C and D? Logically, I wrote first, sir, Wood Education which year? 1854, guarantee na? Macaulay, 1835. So do you agree that two should come before one? Yes or no? C, in which of the options two is coming before one? A and B only. So eliminate C and D. Now try to get an answer. Hunter Education Report yavaga? 18? Guarantee na? 1882 somewhere I think. Yes, 1882 Hunter. And Sergeant was 1944, just 2-3 years before. This Sergeant Education Report is a very funny report because it said that in future 30 years we want at least some Indians to be literate anta heltare. In that report they had planned that we will stay in India for another 30 years. So that is what was there in Sergeant Education Report. So they told in another 30 years we want to increase the literacy rate of India by some percentage. Are you observing how many times Wood and Macaulay are coming? So please read these topics thoroughly. Again another question. Chronological order. What is this Adams report? Anybody? Adams report. Which year? Adams report and recommendation. 1835. William Adam. Education related only. Friend of Rajaram Mohan Rai. So Adams report is 1835. Woods dispatch 1854. Hindu College Calcutta. University alla Hindu College. 1816, 1817. Okay. Now you will get the answer. University of Calcutta 1860. Yes. So what should be the answer? First Hindu College barbeku. So it should be 1 or 2. Then Adams report, Woods dispatch. Answer is B. 1, 4, 3 and 2. Nodi matte. Hindu College is 1816, 17. So 1 barlebeka. Good. Then we have Adams report 35, Woods dispatch 54. So 3 should come earlier than 4. Correct answer is option A. I told B. Okay, sorry. Sati exam hinge agate. I have observed and I have made a mistake also. I still remember. I will show you the answer today. Mind I will observe A, but there I will mark B. So don't make that. Easy 2.6 marks you will be losing. Because especially in these easy questions we tend to make a mistake. Be very, very careful. See, in my mind I knew the answer, but while marking also I told the wrong answer. If in the exam I'll tell you what happens. Many of them miss the cutoff by 8 to 10 marks. And there 4 to 5 questions they would have done mistakes where it was a very easy question. If you don't make mistakes in those 4 to 5 questions, you will automatically clear the exam. So your job is to avoid those unforced errors. 4 into 2.6 eshtaito? Almost 11 marks, sir. You don't have to be extremely intelligent. Mistakes if you avoid and come, you will definitely clear the exam. It is irrespective of your attempts, by the way. Then again education, Hindu College 1817, Macaulay 35, Adams report 35, Woods dispatch 54, Calcutta University 57, Hunter Commission 82, Sargent education 1944. Artha aita? Another very, very high rewarding topic is education. Butler Committee is done. What is Butler Committee also known as? Indian States Committee. Which one were the objects of Queen Victoria's proclamation? To disclaim any intention to annex Indian states, to place the Indian administration under British Crown, to regulate East India Company's trade with India. Company may close, what they will regulate? What should be our answer? A, 1 and 2 only. Any doubts? The forward policy towards Afghanistan was introduced by yaru? Aden confident agi heli written exam allu hinge agutte gottirodunu you will not mark and come. Correct. Answer is written. Factories Act 1881. See and tell me the correct answer. The Factory Act was passed with a view to fix the wages of industrial workers and to allow the workers to form trade unions. ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವರು ಇರ್ತಾರ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಅವರು? Regulate, yes, not to form trade unions. I am telling you one more thing, please observe, whenever they add and they add one more statement, 95% it is wrong. Whenever, write down in the last page of your book, and please remind me, I will try to bring more questions on this. And anta add ಮಾಡಿ two statements merge ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ chances of the option being wrong is very very high, only in UPSC, not in your test series. Okay. N.M. Lokande was a pioneer in organizing the labor movement in British India. True or false? Correct. Okay. The first Factory Act restricting the workers of women and children and authorizing local governments to make necessary rules were adopted during the time of Lytton or Ripon? Ripon. Lytton was a bad guy, Ripon was a decent guy. Okay. Our baggene questions barutte. Lytton, Ripon, same people. UPSC will ask questions on the same viceroys. Okay. Radhakant Deb, first president of British India Association. True or false? Gazulu Lakshmi Narasu Chetty, founder of Madras Mahajana Sabha. False. Surendranath Banerjee, founder of Indian Association. Correct. Okay. K. Shubh Chandra Sen was associated with which of the following? Read all options properly. Calcutta Unitarian Committee, Tabernacle of New Dispensation, Indian Reform Association. It was a difficult question only. Answer is 2 and 3. What about A? Any idea about A? Yes, the Calcutta Unitarian Committee was funded by Rajaram Mohan Roy. UPSC likes to ask questions about Rajaram Mohan Roy. Be very well read about Rajaram Mohan Roy. Which one of the following committee submitted in 1875 a petition to House of Commons demanding India's direct representation to British Parliament? Correct. Answer is Pune Sarvajanik Sabha. That is our answer. Again, these are all very old questions. If it directly comes, you are going to get easy 2 marks. Yes, correct. Who of the following were economic critics of colonialism in India? Dadabhai Naoroji, Subramaniam Iyer and R.C. Dutt. Ellaruna? Yes. Poverty and Un-British of India, Un-British Rule, R.C. Dutt book. Economic History of India. Please remember the names of those books. Very important. Read, try to understand. A, one only. If Dadabhai Naoroji had done all that, you would have easily read about it also. Okay, you have not read about this. What you have read about Dadabhai Naoroji is basically economic critique of British drain of wealth theory. Okay, option A, one only. It is 1 in 2 only. ವಾರ್ಗೂ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹೋಮ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಮನಿ ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಬೈ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ವಿಚ್ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಪೇಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. Okay, to fund the fund used to support Indian office in London, yes. Fund used to pay salaries and pension of British personnel engaged in India, saying that because these people are associated with India, they used to take home charges. Wargu idukku sambandha illa. Okay, answer option B, 1 and 2 only. Take your time. ಯಾರು Dadabhai Naoroji, he was the earliest person to critique. Earliest Dadabhai Naoroji, answer is Dadabhai Naoroji. Okay. ಓದಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಓದಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್. What is the answer? C, removal of disqualification imposed on Indian magistrates. Good. What is the answer? Guarantee na? To bring Indians and Europeans on par as far as criminal jurisdiction of courts was concerned. Now you can tell this answer. Good Prakriti, good Akshay. Pitt's India Act, Warren Hastings, Doctrinal of Lapse, Dalhousie, Vernacular Press Act. Yaru? Written. And your correction put. So this is the wrong option, that is marked. Who repealed Vernacular Press Act? Lord Ripon. Good. ಯಾರು? Kasis. Anyways, all these are very, very factual. Again, know that, so that in case UPSC asks again, it is going to be very easy for you to answer. One is easy to eliminate. Who is easy to eliminate? Badruddin Tyabji. Avangu Muslim League. Answer is 1, 2 and 3. Well, he was the first Muslim Congress president. So again, here we complete one theme that is there. So let us do some current affairs for 10-15 minutes and go back. Last time we discussed which country's defense? USA and Russia. Okay, let us revise it once. Which countries have a border with Persian Gulf? Iran, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, UAE. Simple. GCC members naap kadkoli. Gulf Cooperation Council. There is one formula to remember that. Bus Q OK. We'll discuss that. I have told you again in class. Bus Q OK, because it was a PYQ where UPSC had asked who are the members of Gulf Cooperation Council. B andre yaru? Bahrain. U andre UAE. SS Saudi Arabia. Okay, bus. Q andre Qatar. O andre Oman. K andre Kuwait. Euro guarantee fix. Then two I's are there, Iran and Iraq. Does Iraq have a border? Iraq idya ilva? One sudden coast ide ansate. Wait, let us check. I think they have a small coast. ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇದೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಐ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್. Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, Oman. These are the countries which have a boundary with Persian Gulf. Simply they might ask which country does not have a border with Persian Gulf. Each country is guarantee gotira, others you can eliminate. Repeat the formula. Bus Q OK. Adu GCC members. Bahrain, UAE, Saudi, Qatar, Oman, Kuwait. Bus Q OK. I square. Iran and Iraq. These countries have a border with Persian Gulf. Again P8I, it is a what? What kind of aircraft? Surveillance aircraft, majorly surveillance aircraft. P8I, maritime surveillance and anti-submarine warfare. Again all these are USA platforms. Missile names, Harpoon missiles. C-17 Globemaster, why is it important? Short runway, what is it? Fighter jet or transport? Transport, majorly transport. Transport vallu multi-purpose antanu kelbodu. Okay, but majorly transport aircraft. What is this? C-130J Super Hercules. Again another tactical transport and special operation majorly transport. C-130J Hercules, C-17 Globemaster, transport military aircraft. From which country? USA. Apache helicopter, attack helicopter or transporter? Attack. Chinook, transport. Okay. M777 ultra light howitzer, again it's a artillery system. It lift marta idiyala ide. Again whom we have purchased from USA. M777 ultra light howitzer. It is an artillery system. M982 Excalibur, what is it? Artillery shell. Excalibur antane keltare. They'll just ask Excalibur. Okay. What is javelin? Anti-tank missiles. So this is how it is. Fire and forget, shoulder held anti-tank missiles. Yenikendre, India recently agreed to buy both of this from USA very recently. Yadu javelin mate? Yes. Good. Javelin and Excalibur. Excalibur andre artillery shell, or you can imagine it as a bigger version of a bullet. Bigger version of a bullet. Shells anta karite. What is this? Torpedo. MK54. Lightweight torpedo. Basically anti-submarine warfare. Okay, anti-submarine warfare. Again from USA. Again idu 2-star important. 2-star andre lesser important. Idu very very important. Hellfire missiles. Hellfire missiles andre helicopter launched missiles. Apache inda launch madadu. Okay. Primarily air to ground missiles. What is the name? Hellfire. Again MH-60 or Seahawk, multi-role naval helicopter. Again MH-60 R anta kelala, Seahawk anta kelidre C ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. Seahawk andre multi-role naval helicopter. MQ-9B Sea Guardian drones, majorly for maritime surveillance. MQ-9B Sea Guardian, very important because recently we procured this from USA. Third, fine. Minuteman III, intercontinental ballistic missile. Apparently, it has a range of 13,000 kilometers. One of the longest missiles. What is this? Striker infantry carrier vehicle. Sonu boys, bada Hawkeye, fine. Harpoon, very important, anti-ship missile. GEF 414 and 404. Recently USA had told that for our Tejas, USA said I will give the engine. So the name of the engine was GEF 414. But unfortunately what happened in Dubai Air Show, so that will actually reduce the market of Tejas also now. What is the name of the old engine of Tejas? I think it is Kaveri. I think it is Kaveri. I told you one project for India's own S-400. Project Kusha. Project Kusha, India's own version of missile defense system. SIG 716 anta ondu assault rifle ide. Stinger, MANPADS, man portable air defense system. Okay. So this is about India and USA. Rest all is fine. Again, if possible, just try to keep a screenshot of this and revise. Ishtu madidre saku. Probably after 2-3 weeks, I will bring just 1 month slide for all of this and will revise. Okay. India and France. Tell me what all you know apart from Rafale. Recently we are jointly manufacturing Hammer missile. Ad bitre? Ashte aderde sir. Rafale, we'll read about Mirage also. Mirage fighter jets also India has. Dassault Rafale 4.5 generation twin engine multi-role fighter 4.5. Again, adrale multiple versions ide beda, but remember, Rafale has multiple missiles that are there. Meteor, ella important. Meteor, long range, beyond visual range, air-to-air missile. Repeat the name. Meteor. Next, Mica, beyond visual range, air-to-air missile. Idella Rafale albara, other missiles which can be launched from Rafale. Third one, scalp missiles, very very important. This scalp matte hammer ne we use during Operation Sindoor. Scalp missile and also hammer. Again, all of this, just remember that these are bombs that will be launched from Rafale. Either air to air agirbodu, air to ground. Air to air to ground, if you are not able to remember, completely fine. France anta gotiru saku. Repeat the names. Meteor, Scalp, Mica and Hammer. Okay. Okay, this Rafale CBM edella beda, it's okay. Mirage 200 is also a fighter jet that India has procured from France. Mirage 2000. Write down one more. Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow. Similar to Scalp. Storm Shadow missiles. Ad bitre in yadu missiles illa. That should be enough. Hammer we discussed. Don't sit and by heart the ranges. It is not the time also. Earlier if you knew, continue to know the ranges. If not, you can skip this. Mica, Meteor done. Write down, very important, exoset. Because we are using this in our submarines also. Sea skimming anti-ship missiles. What is the name? Exoset. Scorpion, Calvary class submarines. Please remember, these are not nuclear submarine but diesel electric attack submarines. These are not nuclear submarine. India only has nuclear submarine that we have got from Russia, or we have our own nuclear submarine. Idu diesel electric submarines. Scorpion or Calvary class submarines. France inda namge nuclear submarines bandila. What is the name of the Russia nuclear submarine we have leased? Hey, Aryan full made in India. Chakra 2, Chakra 3. Chakra and Chakra. Recently, because second one we are getting from Russia. Nuclear submarine on lease. Chakra, very important. I am telling you what is it, which country. If you remember that, that is fine. Okay? INS? Chakra. It's okay, they won't ask. HAL, Chetak and Cheetah both have been inspired by French helicopters, but it's okay, not needed. That should be enough. Rafale, Storm Shadow, Hammer, Mica, Meteor and Exoset, Scorpion, Calvary submarine. Artha aita, iste India France missiles. I will give you two options. Shall we start organizations or shall we revise all the countries that we have done till now? Yen madana? If you have not attended APEC class, have you attended APEC class organization? ಎರಡು ಬೇಡ, ಮಾಡರ್ನ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಮುಗಿಸೋಣ ಫಸ್ಟ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಸೈಡ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮಾಡರ್ನ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇರೋದು ಬೇಡ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅದು ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. With respect to Congress Socialist Party, which one of the following statements are correct? It advocated the boycott of British goods and evasion of taxes. ಈ ತರ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಾಗ don't judge, go to the second option. Next, it wanted to establish dictatorship of proletariat. Adidiri would have studied by now. They would have put Karl Marx photo and they would have celebrated. Option 2 is not there. It advocated, it advocated separate electorates for minorities and oppressed classes. Did they advocate separate electorates? So what should be our answer? Option D, none of the above. Yakandre one only idya illa tane, so that is why don't judge first only. It's okay, out of 3 options one option might also be enough for us to deduce the answer. Always keep that in mind, because it's a human tendency that whenever I see 1 or 2 options which I don't know, I automatically decide that I will not get the answer. That should not be your attitude when you go to the exam hall. Who of the following was a prominent leader of Congress Socialist Party? M.N. Roy, Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi, Pattam Tanu Pillai, Acharya Narendra Dev. Acharya Narendra Dev, one of the founders of Congress Socialist Party. Along with him, JP. Was it within Congress or outside Congress? It was within Congress. Again, another nice question. The Congress ministries resigned in the 7 provinces in 1939 because, take your time. ನನಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬೇಕು. ಡಿ, none of the above, because I think Britain declared support of India in the Second World War, so that is the reason why these ministries resigned. So none of them are actually mentioned. Again I am telling you, it needs some courage. Courage ಏನು ಬೇಡ, ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಡಿ. ಏನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್? ಎನಾ, ಸಿನಾ, ಡಿನಾ? Anybody with D? Congress resigned in all the provinces, sir. They did not resign in all provinces. Answer is option A. Straightforward ಇದೆ, don't overthink. Again, this question was a little controversial with respect to answer. Let us see what all of you tell. ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. The Bombay Manifesto, signed in 1936, openly opposed preaching of socialist ideas. True or false? Yes. It evoked support from the large section of business community from across all the sectors. Correct or false? False. Only all across India and evoked large section of business community. No. Answer is option A. Very easy, very straightforward question. Urgent, don't mark something else. It's easy question, we do some advert. What is the answer? Forward block. During the Indian freedom struggle, who of the following raised an army called Free Indian Legion? Google ಮಾಡಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿ. ಮಾಡಿ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರು ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಸಾವರ್ಕರ್. ಏನ್ ಲಾಲಾ ಹರ್ದಿಯಾಳ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಾಜ್ ಬಿಹಾರಿ ಬೋಸ್ ಅಂತೆ. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸುಭಾಷ್ ಚಂದ್ರ ಬೋಸ್. Again, so be very, very careful. Read everything about Subhash Chandra Bose properly. Subhash Chandra Bose ಯಾವ Congress session president ಆಗಿದ್ರು, please know that. Which session was first time held in a village? Faispur. Be ready with all those. 37. Indian National Army came into existence in 1943. Japan, Burma, Malaya, Singapore. Again, confident agiyalalla. So be confident. Answer is Singapore. Correct. Why you are so hesitant? Because the same attitude you will take into the exam. You are not believing your own knowledge. What else will you believe? I am telling you, this exam will be cleared only with the right mindset, right attitude, and that is just to believe in yourself and whatever you have read. Don't doubt yourself. Again, another very, very, very easy question. Good, Prakriti, right answer. Shah Nawaz Khan, Prem Segal, Gurbat Singh Dhillon. Why were they famous? They were RIN revolt. Adena? Other IN, yes. They were, I think, about to be, they were hanged. Yes, trials, INA trials. Good. Another easy question. Which Indian nationalist leader looked upon a war between Germany and Britain as a God-sent opportunity to exploit India's advantage? Subhash Chandra Bose. This is real picture. With reference to 8th August 1942 in Indian history. What is the answer? Idinaru correct agili, confident agi. Quit India resolution at the place. Where is the place? Gowalia tank. Elli Mumbai alla? Mumbai ya? Bombay Mumbai eradu ondene. Not Bengal. Mumbai. What is the answer? Cripps mission. Good. Cripps mission. Again, another little controversial question. Controversial in the ambiguous. Not true. It was a non-violent movement. Now ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಂಗೆ. Okay, it was led by Mahatma Gandhi, but he gave the slogan "Do or die." Again, I told you it is little ambiguous. It was a spontaneous movement. It was planned. So question irado not true. At that time here you write whether it is true or not. It was non-violent movement. True or not? True. It was led by Gandhiji. True or not true? True. It was a spontaneous movement. True or not true? Now you are telling that not true. It did not attract the labor class in general. Labor class ಅವರೇ ಫೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಕ್ವಿಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೇಬರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಕ್ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. So what is the answer? Correct, violent ಇದು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಡಿಸೈಡ್. ಕ್ಲೋಸೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕು ನನಗೆ. It was non-violent movement. There were some non-violent parts. Okay. So generally accepted answer is option D. Generally accepted answer. But again I only told it is a ambiguous option. Question. Where it is very difficult for all of us to arrive at a single answer. Venkatesh, ಯಾವ್ದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಕಾರ? ಇದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವೆರಿ ಈಸಿ. ಡೂ ಆರ್ ಡೈ, ಕ್ವಿಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಎಸ್, ಅನದರ್ ನೈಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಓದಿರ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ. ಗಾಂಧಿ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಟು ರಿಸೈನ್. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಹಿ ಸೇ? ಇನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ, ಬಟ್ loyalty should be with Indians, not British. Second, ask the soldiers to leave their posts. He said continue, don't shoot on your compatriots. He said don't shoot on Indians. Third, ask the princes of the princely states to accept sovereignty. Yes. What is our answer? Option C, 3 only. Aruna Asaf Ali, which movement? Quit India movement. These are all not PYQs, these are PYQs. Okay, don't think why so easy. UPSC li tara easy questions barutte. Okay, Lord Linlithgow. described as the August movement of 1942 as the most serious rebellion since Sepoy Mutiny. ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಅವಾಗ ಲಿನ್ಲಿತ್ ವಾಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಅಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. There were massive upsurge of peasantry in certain areas. Correct. So answer is option A. Again another nice well framed question. After the Quit India movement, C. Rajaji issued a pamphlet, The Way Out. Which one of the following was proposal was this in pamphlet? Whenever you see this, first think what comes to your mind, then you read the options. How many of you think option B? B for bag. Option D. Answer is option D. Constitutional deadlock ಗೆ solution ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. Because both Congress and most, they will not be agreeing to certain conditions. That is when he will try to give another solution. Okay? ಇಷ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. Another easy, straightforward question. Individual Satyagraha launched by Vinoba Bhave. First one was Vinoba Bhave. Second one was Jawaharlal Nehru. Third one? Huh? Nodi, third one Nodi, because some famous personality was the third one. Brahma. Full name Edi? Brahmadatta, good. The third person was Brahmadatta. Why was this individual Satyagraha chosen? In reason? People should anchor against INC. Okay, they did not launch mass movement, that is why they wanted to get arrested. Huh? Good. Good. Correct. Answer is option B. First one is wrong because elected and nominated. Partly elected and partly nominated. Okay. First one is wrong. Second one is correct. UPSC has asked lot of questions on Cripps mission. Very important topic. The plan of Sir Stanford Cripps envisages that after the Second World War, ನೋಡ್ಲು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, that India should be given dominion status. ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಾನ್ಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದವರು. ಓಕೆ, Cripps proposal include the provision for full independence for India, dominion status, Second one, creating a constitution making body is correct. Answer is option B. Nice question. Who was the Prime Minister who sent Cripps mission to India? Winston Churchill. Take your time. ಯಾವ್ದು ಆನ್ಸರ್? Shimla Conference. What is Shimla Conference? Wavell Plan. Wavell Plan is the answer. Another easy, straightforward 10 seconds question. Who were the official Congress negotiators with the Cripps mission? Pandit Nehru and Maulana Azad. Okay, very easy question. It's there in all the sources. Another nice question. Correct agodi. How many of you think answer C? Answer is option B. Cripps mission ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ರು? Both A and R true, but R is not the reason for A. Was there any Indian in Cripps mission? ಆ 3-4 ಜನ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದವರು. ಯಾರು? ಅಲೆಕ್ಸಾಂಡರ್, ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಸ್. So then why did you say option C? Cripps missions, unconfused already. Practically see, Simon Commission waits. Here also there was no Indian member. Answer is option B. Correct ತಾನೆ? ನೋಡಿದ್ರ ಹಿಂಗ್ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 2.6 marks you are losing. Okay? See, number of questions coming on Cripps mission. That shows why Cripps mission is very, very important. ಆಗಲೇ 3 ಸತಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ. ಅಗೈನ್ ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಡೊಮಿನಿಯನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಯೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ವಾರ್. Again another little maybe controversial question, ambiguous. Chinmay, an answer. A is correct, 100%, no doubt about that. What about R? R is false. Okay, why? What was the reason? Again, he did not want, that was not the main intention. He is not? ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. He wanted to not hurt both of the parties. That was the reason. Okay, correct answer, C. Lord Mountbatten was the viceroy when Shimla conference took place. Correct. ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರೋದು ಮೌಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟನ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದು ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಸೊ ಸೈನಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ Indian Navy revolt 1946 took place when the Indian soldiers in Royal Indian Navy at Bombay and Karachi rose against the government. What is the answer? Karachi no pakka. 3 places including Karachi. In your second, third revision, these are the things you will start observing. Today also, 60% of the subject all of you know. 40% is where you are either confused or you are not remembering. So your revision should focus on those 40% more rather than reading the same thing and making yourself happy. Okay, so please give focus on those 40% aspects. Now at least in your mind, the PYQs have entered. And these topics are coming more frequently. So these topics you have to have 100% confidence on these topics. Again, English question. Andre, the answer basically they are expecting, they were the last to come and they did not support partition. Answer is cabinet mission. Artha agtide andre, the last opportunity to avoid partition of India was lost. Okay, so because cabinet mission didn't want partition, it wanted a united India, it rejected partition. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಈ 3 topics how much times it is repeated? Cripps mission, Wavell plan, cabinet mission. In the notes that I have uploaded, it is there. Please make at least half a page notes and try to revise. Wait, I will show it to you. See, federal court, it is there. 1935, I told you, no? Federal court, illede nodi. And separate electorates to depressed class, women and labor. Again, if you understand my handwriting, it is a very good source for you to revise. August offer, Cripps mission, Wavell plan, cabinet mission. ಈಗಲೂ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಈ ತರ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ನ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದನ್ನೇ ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. The return on investment on these topics are extremely high, extremely high. Okay? Again, recommendation of cabinet mission. What is the answer? One only. Answer is one only. Answer is cabinet mission. PYQs ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ UPSC. Understood? PYQs are the same topics are being repeated. Answer is cabinet mission. Which of the following is not correct about cabinet mission? Not correct. ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮಿಷನ್ ಏನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತು? United India. So does it accept Pakistan? That is our wrong answer. Okay. Which of the following Congress leaders were totally in favor of cabinet mission plan? Guarantee na? Answer is Sardar Patel. He wanted a united India. Who headed the interim cabinet of 1946? ನೀವೇ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ರ ಜವಾಹರ್ಲಾಲ್ ನೆಹರುನ ರಾಜಗೋಪಾಲಾಚಾರಿನ? Answer is Nehru. Nehru headed the interim cabinet. In interim government, the vice president of the executive council was? Radhanu illa, Krishnanu illa, Rajanu illa. Jawaharlal Nehru. Who was the president? Viceroy. President was the viceroy. Nehru was the vice president. Easy there. Don't get confused. Which portfolio was held by Rajendra Prasad in the interim government? Again, this you might know, you might not know. Answer is food and agriculture. Answer is food and agriculture. This actually you should be knowing. When Indian Muslim League was inducted into the interim government, Liaquat Ali Khan was assigned the portfolio of finance because there is a controversy. Finance correct age release ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, that actually irritates the Nehru and the other Congress members. That was actually one of the reasons. Answer is finance. Very, very easy. Mutiny in Royal Indian Navy, 1946. Quit India movement, second round table conference, 31-32 na, very far away. So answer should be 3, 2, 1. But in this only I told you I had marked 3, 1, 2. I have written the answer properly here, but I have marked something else. This is a mistake. It tends to happen, especially in these questions. So please confirm again and mark these answers. Okay. Sequence of order. Same August offer, 40. Again a trial. Trail heavier. So ಯಾವ year ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 45, yeah. So what should be our answer? 1, 3, 2, 4. Answer is option A. Ratcliffe Committee. Boundaries between India and Pakistan. Who was the president of Indian National Congress during the partition of India? No, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? Wait, I want to take survey of this. How many of you think Rajagopalachari? Kriplani? Nehru? Answer is J.B. Kriplani. If you don't know today also, Imagine that you have at least studied it 60 days back before the exam. Then matte revise madidru sakashtu. Okay, it's okay. Some people might think that okay, I still don't know this. You still have 60 days. That is good enough time. Who gave the Balkan plan for fragmentation of India? Mountbatten. Very, very important, very, very easy question. Mountbatten gave the concept of balkanization plan. This is a nice question. So, as an alternative to partition of India, Gandhi suggested Mountbatten that he invite Jinnah to form the government. This even I did not know, I learnt it today. You read after 10 years also, now you will always, some new thing you will, now also if you start revising, one new thing actually comes in modern history. Some facts you would have missed or some perspectives. Okay, answer is invite Jinnah to form the government. Again, nice question. Easy. ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸತಿ ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. His main objective when he came to India is to keep India united as much as possible. Okay. Again, nice question. Here, eliminate options. Don't directly jump at the answer. Try to eliminate and come to the answer. Indian National Congress agreed in 1947 to the partition of the country mainly because the principle of two-nation theory was then acceptable to them. Congress accepted two-nation theory. It was imposed by the British government and Congress was helpless. Atara in situation irlilla. They wanted to avoid large-scale communal raids possible. India would have otherwise lost the opportunity to attain freedom. Answer is option C. That is why I told you eliminate options to arrive at this answer. Another easy question. At the time of India's independence, Gandhiji was not a member of this. Again, this I did not know about this also. At the time of partition, which one of the following provinces of British India came forward with a plan for united and independent existence? Question observe ಮಾಡಿ. United and independent existence. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Answer is Punjab. This is very easy question. The British sovereignty continued to exist in free India. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ logical. India free ಆದ್ರು, but British sovereignty continued. No, it is wrong. Sovereignty ಅಂದ್ರೆ total control. He was there, but did he control? So answer is option D. Don't even read second option here. Answer is Sachidananda Sinha. Why was he made? He was the senior most person. So that is why he was made to sit before Rajendra Prasad took over. Easy question, but a good question also. elected by provincial legislative assemblies. Correct. Which of the following is correct about the Indian Constituent Assembly? Correct. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಇದೆ. D is correct, huh? D is correct or wrong? Correct. Why? January alla November 1949. It's wrong. ಅಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ರಾಂಗ್, ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಡೇಟ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್. ಸೊ ಬಿ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ because sometimes in the exam time will be very short, we will tend to get carried away when we see that. So that is why Constitution of India was adopted ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡೇಟ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಯಾವಾಗ? 26th November 1949 ಅಂತ. Answer is A. The Constituent Assembly was elected by provincial assemblies in 1946. Same, this is a repeated question, fine. Who was the chairman of Union Constitution Committee of the Constituent Assembly? Jawaharlal Nehru, he was the chairman. Nice question actually. Answer is not Bombay, answer is West Bengal. From West Bengal. Amele Bombay. Okay, this is a question where actually many of us can go wrong. Ambedkar was elected to the Constituent Assembly for the first time from West Bengal. For the Constituent Assembly especially. Yes, another nice question. First, who gave the concept of Constituent Assembly? Illa answer ready nange. Swaraj Party in 1934. Again, if you don't know, learn it. Okay, Swaraj Party in 1934 first time gave the mooted the idea of Constituent Assembly. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಎಮ್ ಎನ್ ರಾಯ್ 1920s ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಳಿತಾರೆ ಅವರು, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. What is the answer? All of the above. This Tej Bahadur Sapru is there everywhere. Yellodru on ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. He was there in almost any committee, anybody, Tej Bahadur Sapru was there. Yes. Who were the founders of Hind Mazdoor Sabha? Sachin, you can message me, I will share the notes with you. Who among the following were the founders of Hind Mazdoor Sabha? What is Hind Mazdoor Sabha? Labor. Try to eliminate it. First, Pillai, Namburipad, avarella South, one out. Second, JP Narayan, Deen Dayal Upadhyay, MN Roy. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಐಡಿಯಾಲಜಿಕಲಿ ಡೈವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋ? ದೆನ್ ಅಯ್ಯರ್, ಕಾಮರಾಜ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೀರಸಲಿಂಗಂ ಪಂಟುಲು, ಅಗೇನ್ ಸೌತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಇರೋದು ಇಬ್ರೆ, ಮೆಹತಾ. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಅವರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ಅವಾಗ ಅದೇ ಒಂಥರ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್ ಟು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ದಿಸ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್. ಸೊ Basically, again, J.P. Narayan, Deen Dayal Upadhyaya, M.N. Roy. Ideologically, they were different. They couldn't even sit on a single table. Ramaswamy Iyer, Kamraj, they were with Congress. Kamraj. Ashok Mehta, T.S. Ramanujan and G.G. Mehta. Again, some crude logic. The logic sense here. Okay? Yes, done. So pending topics we will complete another 20 minutes. Socio-religious reform movement, peasant and tribal movement and literature. It mugsur full modernist aಗುತ್ತೆ. Because next class full current affairs ke idana. Okay? Let us not postpone it for next class. What is the answer? Both 1 and 2. Self-respect movement. Good. Periyar Ramaswamy Naikar. Vittal Vidwansak, the first monthly journal to have the untouchable people as its target audience, was proposed by. Now you know that day. Odd men out. Logic of odd men out. You observe. Again, if he wanted, instead of Gopal Baba, he could have given Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. If he wanted to, if the answer was somebody common, that would have been another common option. But Jyotiba Phule, Ambedkar, Gandhi and some Gopal Baba. So answer was Gopal Baba Volankar. Match the following. All of the above are correctly matched. Observe ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರೇ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Same names UPSC is asking. Please know about these people. Satyashodhak Samaj. Yaru? Jyotiba Phule. Now fit it somewhere. Anti-caste movement in Maharashtra. Which of the following parties were founded by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar? Two and three. Sumne all the above wala. 2 and 3. Okay. Brahmo Samaj. Which of the following is correct? Odi. First, neat odi yellow option. It opposed idolatry. True or false? Second, it denied the need for a priestly class for interpreting the religious text. Third, it popularized the doctrine that Vedas are infallible. Arya Samaj. Answer is 1 and 2 only. Again, another nice question. Read all options word by word. Answer is option B. Idu Keshav Chandra Sen alla. Yaru? Rajaram Mohan Roy. Okay, but question is tapagate. He took over. Equal to founder. D taplane. D is wrong. So the only option we have this is good. Answer bande bidtala. If you know that option 2 is wrong, we have already arrived at the answer. Answer is 3 and 4. Lala Lajpat Rai did not oppose the appeal of Arya Samaj. He was part of it. Arya Samaj was founded in 1870s, 75. Arya Samaj was founded in 75. Another nice question. The word Adivasi was used by the first time to refer to the tribal people by. Takkar Bappa, our answer. Answer ade, odd man out. But again, idina yavyado sumne question alli, it's a new question for you. That is when you apply that logic. Simply don't see 4 option and apply odd man out. 3 Hindus, 1 Muslim, odd man out. Athara madbedi. Whenever you are in trouble, whenever you are the worst case, that is when you go for that logic, odd man out. Sumne use mabadi. Tappagate. Okay? Now you understood. This topic naಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Aವಾಗ you can go for odd man out. Not correctly matched. D is why Jyotiba Phule founded Satyashodhak Samaj. Easy ಆಗಿರೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Getting it? Revolutionaries. Artha aita? Socio-religious reform movement, same few personalities. So please make sure that you are very strong in those personalities topics, especially Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Jyotiba Phule, Rajaram Mohan Roy, Keshub Chandra Sen, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾಯ್ಕರ್, ರಾಮಸ್ವಾಮಿ ನಾಯ್ಕರ್, ಇವ್ರನ್ನೇ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 100% efficiency on these topics. Yes. Who are associated with Gadar party? Again, Gadar has come multiple times. Barindra Kumar Ghosh, Jogesh Chandra Chatterjee, Rash Bihari Bose. ಯಾರು? ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿನಾ? ಓನ್ಲಿ ರಾಶ್ ಬಿಹಾರಿ ಬೋಸ್. ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ. ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಲಿ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಘೋಷ್ ಬೋಶ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ರಾಶ್ ಬಿಹಾರಿ ಬೋಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ವೆರಿ ಈಸಿ, ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್, ಬೇಗ. Why was Gadar party set up? One liner. Revolutionary Association of Indians in San Francisco. Who are the members of Gadar? Lala Ardayal. Amele? Rash Bihari? Gosha Bosa. Usha Mehta. Naapka barad onde. Quit India movement. Underground radio. Is it there? Running the secret Congress radio in the wake of Quit India movement. Another nice question. Madam Bikaji Kama. Madam Bikaji Kama. ನನ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಪ್ಯಾರಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಜರ್ಮನಿ. ಜರ್ಮನಿ. ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲಾಗ್ ಆಡಿಸಿದ್ದು ಜರ್ಮನಿಲಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ? ಈ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ವೇರ್ ವರ್ ದ ಗದರ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನರೀಸ್ who became active during outbreak of World War I based? ಇದನ್ನು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಓವರ್ ಥಿಂಕ್. ಅಬ್ಬಾ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ UPSC ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಈಸಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ ಮೇಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೌತ್ ವೆಸ್ಟ್, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ದಟ್. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ. ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಈಸಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಚಿಟ್ಟಗಾಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಮರಿ ರೇಡ್. Blindly you have to remember Surya Sen. Okay, good. Surya Sen jote even Kalpana Dutt would have read it. Try to match the following. Answer is option A. Kuka movement is Ram Singh. Then Chittagong Armory Raid Kalpana Dutt, Abhinav Bharat, Savarkar, Anushilan Samiti, Arbindo Ghosh. Madboda? Abhinav Bharat, Savarkar. Who was the leader of Gadar party? Lala Hardayal. Chitta Armory Raid Sina 1C. So either of them should be the answer. Gadar party Lala Hardayal. Answer sikta? Answer is option C. One thing, please observe which topics have been repeated multiple times. Give extra focus to those and revise. Another very easy question. Gadar party, Lala Hardayal. Anushilan Samiti, Arbindo Ghosh. Good. Abhinav Bharat, Savarkar. Swaraj party, C.R. Das. Bara dacoity was the first venture of revolutionary terrorists of the freedom movement in. It was in East Bengal. Straightforward is the question. Who is the author of a collection of poems known as Songs from Prison? Mahatma Gandhiji. With reference to Madanpalli of Andhra Pradesh, what happened there? Try to eliminate. Blavatsky and Colonial Alcott set up headquarters of Theosophical Society. Where did they set up? Adyara? Adyara only. Out. Pattabi Sitaramaya led the Quit India movement? Doubt. Pingali Venkayya designed the tricolor national flag here, or did Rabindranath Tagore translate the national anthem from Bengali to English here? What is the answer? Guarantee na? 100%? Barsiara. Very good. Answer is? Yes, another very nice question. Deshar Katha. With respect to this, written by Sakaram Ganesh Duskar, which of the following is correct? It warned against the colonial state's hypnotic conquest of mind. Here, do you think UPSC has the creativity to manufacture such a nice statement, or they have copy pasted? Copy pasted. Creative. If it is a manufactured statement, you will come to know. It inspired the performance of Swadeshi street plays and folk songs. Maybe very general statement. The use of Desh by Duskar was in the specific context of Bengal. Yes or no? Ganesha festival, Maharashtra, Duskar, Sachin Tendulkar, Ajit Agarkar, Ella Maharashtra Marathi names. So that is why this statement is wrong. ಯಾವುದು ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಕೊಡಿಸಬಾರ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಇದೆ, 3 ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 2 generic statement, 1 factual statement. He can't change this 2 generic statements. Generic andre normal, ordinary, without any proper facts. That is the only place where he has a proper fact. Answer is Lala Lajpat Rai. Take your time and answer. Swami Dayanand established Arya Samaj. ಯಾವಾಗ 1875 ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ದೀನ್ ಬಂಧು ಮಿತ್ರ wrote ನೀಲ್ ದರ್ಪಣ್ 1850s. ಬಂಕಿಮ್ ಚಂದ್ರ ಚಟ್ಟೋಪಾಧ್ಯಾಯ wrote ಆನಂದ್ ಮಠ್ 1880s ಅದು. And Satyendranath Tagore became the first Indian to 1860s, which was earliest. ದೀನ್ ಬಂಧು ಮಿತ್ರ note ನೀಲ್ ದರ್ಪಣ್. ಇಂಡಿಗೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇತ್ತು. ಇಂಡಿಗೋ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ 1850s ಅಲ್ಲೇ. So logical, this is the answer. But again, relatively it was a difficult question. Okay. Are you observing that UPSC sometimes is asking a lot of chronology? Who after who? That is a very important topic. Mahatma Gandhi said that some of his deepest convictions were reflected in unto this last. What was the message, the book that transferred him? So Mahatma Gandhi was inspired by the book Unto the Last. What was the message he got from this book? Read all the messages. First, uplifting the oppressed and the poor is the moral responsibility of an educated man. In logic idral ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋಣ. The good of the individual is contained in the good of the all. The life of celibacy and spiritual pursuit are essential for a noble life. Or none of the above statements are correct in this context. Option B. The good of the individual is contained in the good of the author of Golden Threshold, very straightforward. Sarojini Naidu. Okay. What was the name of the journal brought about by Abdul Kalam Azad? Al Hilal. Again straightforward, it is there in Spectrum, all the books. Al Hilal. This was kind of a bouncer question. Who translated the autobiography of Madame Curie into Hindi? ಯಾರು? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಆಡ್ ಮೆನ್ ಔಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಆಡ್ ಮೆನ್ ಔಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಚೌಧರಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಲಾಲ್ ಬಹದ್ದೂರ್ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಿ. ಇಂಥ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೆಟರ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಔಟ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್. Again, author and the literary works that they have written. Who wrote Neel Darpan? Guarantee na? Pakka. What is the answer? What did Bankim Chandra write? Debi Chaudhurani. What did Prem Chandra write? Shatrang Ke Khilari. And what did Deenbandhu Mitra wrote? Ilbandhu. So what is the answer? C na? Just check once. Deenbandhu Mitra guarantee na? Yes? Bankim Chandra is A should be 2. So either B should be 3, C should be 1. Guarantee na? Deenbandhu Mitra Neel Darpan. The song Amar Sona Bangla was written by Rabindranath Tagore. Nice book. Who wrote the book Babu Vivaha? Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು 90% ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Shom Prakash was written by same Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Number of answers where Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar is correct is very high. Okay? ಯಾರೋ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಪೇಪರ್ ಇದು. Again another easy question. Bankim Chandra Chatterjee in his novel Anand Mat has written about which revolt? Sannyasi rebellion. Who was the first Englishman to translate Bhagavad Gita to English? Charles Wilkins. It is Charles Wilkins, not William Jones. William Jones ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು? Asiatic Society of Bengal. I think 1893 na? Another easy question. Shyamji Krishna Verma, Bikaji Kama, Annie Besant, Arbindo Ghosh. Arbindo Ghosh yadu? Guarantee na? Annie Besant? Commonwealth. Talwar is Madam Bikaji Kama. Answer is yadu? Guarantee na? Shyamji Krishna Verma is sociologist. Guarantee. Answer is option A. ಈ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಆಚೆ ಬರೋದು ವಾಸಿ. ಬೆಟರ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಔಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳೇ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನವೀನ್ ಚಂದ್ರ ದಾಸ್ ಅಂತೆ, ಗಾಶಿರಾಮ್ ಖೋಟ್ವಾಲ್ ಅಂತೆ. ಬೆಟರ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. ಬರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು. ನನ್ಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾಕೆ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೈಮ್? ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಅನದರ್ ಈಸಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್. First war of Indian independence, Savarkar, Anand Mat, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, Life Divine, Arbindo, Sadhana, Rabindranath Tagore. Okay? Who wrote Nation in the Making? Hind Swaraj, Gandhiji. 2A ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? It should be A or D. Lajpat Rai, autobiographic writings. What is your answer? Option D. Same people are being asked. Lala Lajpat Rai ಮೇಲೆ second, third question. Okay? Very easy. Journal written by M.N. Roy. Vanguard. Vanguard. This is the journal written by M.N. Roy. Last few questions. Decline of indigo cultivation declined by the beginning of 20th century because we already discussed this. Unprofitability of the world market because of new inventions. Chemical dyes ಎಲ್ಲ start ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. That is why indigo demand reduces. Okay. With reference to history of India, Ul Gulan refers to Birsa Munda. Next. The territories called Santal Parganas were created after Santal uprising was subsided. The measures taken. Ondu this, it became illegal for a Santal to transfer land to a non-Santal. Answer is C, both 1 and 2. The demand for Tibaga movement in Bengal was for option A, reduction of landlord share from 1/2 of the crop to 1/3. Anand Math Sannyasi rebellion, you discussed this. Fine. Arrange the following in chronological order. Very close. How many of you say option B? Option A? Option C? Option D? Ellaru hondive. What is the answer? Years heli. Check and tell me. Indigo revolt which year? Guarantee na? Sepoys, Santal, you know Santal rebellion. I think Santal was the oldest. Santal was the oldest. 1855. Deccan raids 18. So what is the answer? Answer 57 or 55? First Bharat 55. 2, 4, then 1, 3. Okay? Check ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ, but 2, 4, 1, 3. Last question. At least get the last question right. Mopla ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? Kerala, guarantee na? So one should be A. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಆಯಿತು? Now ಪಬ್ನ ಅಬ್ಬಾ ಪಟ್ನಾ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು, ಪಬ್ನ. Eka is Awadh, Birsa Munda is Bengal is Pabna. Answer is option A. With this, finally we completed modern history. In one PYQs that we have to discuss is ancient, medieval, art and culture. Probability of repeating is there. Adbitre, science and tech, environment, I don't think so. There is a necessity of doing it also because it is a waste of time and energy at this moment. Okay, so next class will be completely a revision class and we will do organizations. Then Later we will start taking some important current affairs and we'll do it. Artha aita? In case you want me to do anything in specific, let me know. I'll try to do it. Okay? Thank you. See you next week.